This is Nigel Planer, and he plays Grandpa Joe.
And this is Douglas Hodge, and he plays Willy Wonka.
And we're here to answer some of your questions.
Ridian Bowen would like to know, is there a scene you find challenging in your role, and if so, which one, without giving away too many spoilers?
I suppose getting out of the bed in Pinch Me is quite challenging, because I have to do a lot of silly movements. And
Let's go dancing.
oh, is that what it is? Not when I do it, it's not.
But they made us do.
Yeah, there's sort of, lots of things can go wrong with it. You know, even the little bucket I meant to sit on one night wasn't there, so you fall over backwards into somebody, or, you know, that's quite challenging to have the breath to do it, and how, you know, how to do it, to look all wobbly. But there's nothing majorly challenging, I don't think.
That was a kind of war of attrition to get that together, just to work out how it, in rehearsals for them, to work out how it all pieced together, wasn't it? Really tough.
And finally, Matt Spalding would like to know, what were your first thoughts when you stood in the Sitzprobe with Another Shaman and Whitman score about to be played by a full orchestra for the first time?
Yeah, it's thrilling. That's my favourite moment of any musical, is the Sitzprobe.
Yeah.
I often find everyone is crying around you because you've rehearsed, you know, we rehearsed like 12 weeks or something, didn't we? I don't know. We had unusually we had one day during it where we went to the studio and we did record a song to see what some of the arrangements were like, which is very, very rare. But normally you walk into a room and there are all these brilliant, gifted people there, and they just turn over the pages, you stand at a mic, and suddenly the whole orchestra plays. And that's the first time you really take that extraordinary leap out of the rehearsal room into the theatre. And it happens, you know, in some huge studio somewhere. It doesn't happen in the theatre. So it's a fantastic,
very exciting
moment, yeah.
And the first, I think I would say Nick Skilbeck, our MD, was more nervous and excited that day than on the first night in the theatre. That was the biggest day for him. And his energy was catching. And of course it was the first time we all heard the orchestrations. We've heard the tunes, but the orchestrations by Doug Pesterman, pretty amazing. And the band were all excited because they're saying these orchestrations are amazing. So
I think also this particular score, the band loved to play, which makes a big difference. You know, from the drummer to the piccolo player, whatever, they all really like it. Doug did the orchestrations to my Guys and Dolls, the first musical I did, and that had an equally thrilling moment. I remember people were just sobbing, you know, when you first, because all you've done is sing to this piano, and sort of rickety piano in the corner of the room.
So suddenly you've got all these, he's very witty as well. He puts in sort of musical jokes in it, and then a beautiful sad bit. And,
the skill as it's probably is to listen to what they play and not listen to yourself singing. Because really what you're doing is trying to get all the information of where it goes, and things that you can then incorporate into your performance. It's very easy to just think, I've just got to sing this so they like me, you know, but that's when you first hear all those things.
Nobody could hear us, no parade would ever cheer us all, but Major Luck now plays our bucket theme. So don't you pinch me, Charlie. I don't want to wake up from this golden dream.